Hello, boys and girls of Timothy Christian School. Today is day 8 of Mrs. Mack's challenges. And today's challenge is the Summer Bucket List Challenge. Woo! So, you might be thinking, Miss Rabideau, why are you talking about buckets today? That is a good question. Well, a bucket list doesn't necessarily have to do with a bucket, but a bucket list is a list of things that you want to do. People will make a bucket list for their life, like things they want to do in their life. But today we're going to make a summer bucket list. So a list of things that you really want to do this summer. Okay? So I'm going to tell you a few things on my bucket list just to get you started, get your brain moving. So a few things on my bucket list this summer. I really want to go to the beach with my friends. I really want to read 5 books, and I really want to go indoor skydiving. I don't think I can handle outdoor skydiving, but indoor skydiving maybe. So if it's open, I want to do that this summer if I can. So those are 3 things on my bucket list. Now you might be wondering, how many things should I put on my bucket list? That's a great question. I have more than 3 things on my list, but I only wanted to share 3 with you because if I shared all of them with you, it would take too long. So you can choose whatever number you want to put on your bucket list. A number that I usually like to use is 10, like put 10 things on there. So I have about 10 things on my bucket list, but I'm only going to talk about those 3 right now. Okay, so you can write your bucket list on anything. You could write it on a piece of paper, like this one. You could put it on the back of a piece of paper that you drew something on. You could put it on a sticky note. You could put it on a piece of lined paper in a journal. It is up to you where you want to write it. You can write it using complete sentences. You can say, this summer I want to, and then write complete sentences. Or if you struggle with complete sentences or in the younger grades and haven't done too much with sentences yet, you can even just do one word. Or you can even draw pictures of what you want to do. All right, so I want you to try and write a bucket list for the summer today. Okay, now I know my students from my class are like, Miss Rabideau, we did a bucket list last week, remember? Yes, you're right. So the second thing with making a bucket list is then planning for accomplishing your bucket list. Okay? Because I can say, I want to go to the beach with my friends, but if I just sit here and wait for the beach to come to me, it's not going to happen. So I have to make plans. So I can get my phone, and I could call my friends and I could say, hey friends, let's go to the beach. Let's look at our calendars and choose a date. And then we can choose a day where we can all go to the beach. So we're planning ahead. Now for another one of my bucket list items, the reading 5 books, my plan for accomplishing that is to take my 5 books. So I have them right here. Here's 5 books. Some have bookmarks in them because I've already started them, but haven't finished them yet. But here are my 5 books in a nice little pile. I'm going to keep this pile on my nightstand or close to it, and then I'll have them right there ready to read. And if there's a point where I say, you know what, I want to read a different book instead, I can switch out the book and put in a different one. So I can see how many I have. Then once I finish reading a book, I can then put it on my shelf and I'll see, oh, I only have 4 books left. So if one of your bucket list items this summer has to do with reading books, you can do the same thing. Stack up the books you want to read. Okay, so there's different plans that you can make to make sure that your bucket list happens. The last item I shared with you on my bucket list was going indoor skydiving. Now that might not be up to me. It also depends on if the place is open, but I can go online. I can look to see if they're open or when they want to open. If I want to go with a friend, I can do the same thing I did with the beach and call or text a friend and say, hey, I really want to do this together. Let's find a date that works for us. So if you really want to get your summer bucket list ready and complete the challenge, start planning some ways that you can accomplish your summer bucket list. Whether it's doing more science experiments, so then you have to look up and maybe find some science experiments that you can do, or if it's reading your Bible more as part of your bucket list, so maybe you'll look at what books of the Bible you want to read or what Bible stories you want to read. Whatever is on your bucket list, take some time to also plan how you can accomplish those things. That will be so much easier. It'll make everything a little bit easier later if you have everything planned already. Okay, boys and girls, so that is your summer bucket list challenge. As you can tell, doesn't really have much to do with a bucket. But I hope that you have an awesome summer. I'm sure you're going to write down some really cool things that you'll do on your bucket list. And I will see you in September.